I like this picture. It's a great illustration of the power of God. That God can cause anything to grow anywhere. It also highlights what Paul is speaking about in our reading today in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verses 1 through 10. Paul has just in the earlier chapters established that it is really by Christ's work and God's choosing that we are part of his family, that we are called Christians, that we understand the wisdom of God. And as they began to argue over the leaders of the church and their influence of which leader was better, they actually showed their immaturity. It's kind of like he was saying, it's like comparing fertilizer for the ground. When it's God who does the growing. And of course we do the same thing. We often find ourselves in arguments and discussions and talking about, hey, you know what, I grew because of this particular kind of pastor or this kind of teacher, and they're really the ones that you need to listen to, or I really love and my soul really flourishes when we sing this kind of music versus that kind of music, or man, the church that I go to, if you really want to experience God, if you really want to grow, you got to go to this kind of church, and whatever you do, don't go to that kind of church. Paul basically says to that is a bunch of hogwash. He says you grew because of God. Each of those situations, each of those people, they were just instruments in the hands of God. In fact, God can cause you to grow in any kind of environment, just like my flower. So the bottom line is we shouldn't rejoice over people. We can thank them. We can thank God that they're in our lives or he sent us to a different church. But the key is God. He's really the one that we should rejoice over. He's really the one we should praise because he is really the one that causes us to grow.